What is up, guys? Welcome back to my channel. Some of you have been asking about updates on my brother's Subaru BRZ right there. And today we are doing a whole bunch of stuff to it. Let me show you. So we got some nice louvers already painted, nice and glossy. Side windows louvers, kind of a ducktail spoiler. And this piece, which is the seibon or seibon carbon fiber hood. We're going to be installing all that today and kind of showing you the before and after of the car. My brother's going to pull it in real quick right now. This car is already looking nice, but we wanted to add some nicer touches to it. If some of you guys watched, this car was hit on this side and the other side, and we kind of covered that up and fixed it by wide bodying it. Got some nice MB Battle wheels on it. And the car is sitting nice and low and wide, but now it's time to spice it up some more. Let's go. We're going to start with the louvers. The first and most important step is to actually wipe down the glass really well, clean it up, and then put adhesion promoter on it. So that's what we're going to do right now. They sent us a bunch of little alcohol wipes. They're kind of tiny, but we're going to use all of them to clean this up and then put on the louvers. We got this really nicely cleaned up. We used a bunch of alcohol wipes. My brother's getting the brackets ready there, a double tape, and I'm going to apply some adhesion promoter on the spots where it's going to go to really make sure that this stuff sticks and doesn't fly off on the highway. All right, adhesion promoter on. Now it's finally time to actually place them on the panel, place them on the window. We're gonna probably take it off just to make sure they're all seated properly, but this is pretty much the final install. These are done. We're not gonna touch them for a little while and make sure they dry out nicely before we actually give them a tug and make sure they're on. We're moving on to the side louvers. These are a little bit simpler. We're going to use double tape around the edges. First, we got to clean these up really well too. I'll probably throw some adhesion promoter in here, and this side should be done. Yaro is holding down the double tape. It's not sticking so well, but after I stood here for about 2 minutes and held it down, it's stuck on. So hopefully that size goes as well. Next part is the ducktail lip. So I'm going to put it on, kind of mark where the contact points are, and then clean those areas up so we could get a nice adhesion on the spoiler. Pretty much the most time-consuming part is done. We cleaned this up with soap, with water, just dried it, alcohol, and then adhesion promoter right around the edges how we need it. So we're finally time to actually install this wing. This side is done. Got some nice louvers on here, nice louvers on here. And my favorite part is ducktail spoiler. It's looking really mean and OEM, yet really aggressive. It's painted to match. I was a little worried about it not sticking, but it stuck on pretty well. Used plenty of adhesion promoter. So the back end transformation is done for now, but I know Yaro has even more plans for it, so stay tuned for that. And now we're probably gonna turn the car around and start installing that awesome carbon fiber spoiler. So let's get to that right now. Looking feisty. this hood actually has a pretty big dent right there, so it's a good thing that we're changing it in the first place. But let's go get that nice carbon fiber on there. And keep going, keep going, keep going, keep going, keep going. Stop. There you go. Pop the hood. Needs a turbo on there. What's that? All right, got the car turned around for better lighting for you guys. Time to take off this hood and put that one on. This should be really quick too. That side probably took us like an hour. This should probably take like 15 minutes. It's really just 2 bolts here, 2 bolts there. It should come right off. Hood is installed. It's looking really nice. You know, the whole car needs a car wash now. So winters here get pretty filthy, but we're actually gonna pull it outside and kind of show you guys what it looks like in the sunlight, even though it's super cloudy, but still better lighting than this. There's still gonna add more stuff to the car. There's gonna be some canards right here, probably a spoiler on top of that, and not really sure what else he has planned for it. Probably a lip, and then probably start doing more performance mods. Let's get this thing faster. But overall, I think it looks great. We're gonna close that gap on the bumper later on. There's some clips missing there, but that's not gonna be there. Aside from that, the hood lined up pretty much perfectly, and I think we're both really happy with how it turned out. That's it for this episode, guys. Stay tuned for more mods on the BRZ and the Corvette. Thank you for watching.